I can't look back, it's too late now. My days are hours and I don't know how, but I believe the great is still yet to come. I won't stop fighting, man, until I'm done.
Hello, welcome to the 79th Breakfast Bowl. I'm your host, Bob Cardia. Guys, thanks for the support. Keep clicking that subscribe button. We can't tell you how much we appreciate that. It's a journey, a process, and we're glad you're here with us. Also, if you comment, I love the Breakfast Bowl in the comment section. Understand this, know this, that we have a lottery every week, and we give out a Starbucks gift card. So please, keep subscribing, keep clicking. Anyway, today's show is Failure is Necessary. Received an email this past week from one of the parents of a young man that I work with. One of the hardest working, nicest, thoughtful, talented young men that we have right now at his age group. And the dad said, he played awful yesterday. And he was very discouraged and very upset. And do I have any kind of recommendations for him? Let me tell you what, man. You know this, and this is life and in golf, because this is it's a golf themed show, but it's also a life themed show, a performance psychology themed show. Everybody loses. Everybody experiences failure. I mean, that's just the way life goes. And I know. I mean, you have to relish the good more than the bad, but in weaker moments, I know I could think of one time in my playing career where I knew I was just stone cold, way better than the guy that I was playing. And for one reason or another, that's why they play the games. I didn't win that day. And that's something that you have to accept and learn from. And that's not easy. Like I said, it stings, it's painful. However, what you need to know and you need to understand are two different things, okay? Everybody, like when I watch my own motivational stuff and I watch other people's, and they talk about, failure is a good thing and failure is necessary. And I sit back just like all you out there and say, you know what, that's right. That you have to experience failure. You have to. But understanding that, like I said last podcast, and knowing that are two completely different animals, okay? Everyone understands conceptually, we talk about, a lot of people know these stories. J.K. Rowling from Harry Potter wrote the Harry Potter books, had that book rejected 12 times. And most people know Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. And most people know Milton Hershey of the chocolate empire went bankrupt a few times. I mean, yes, but the key was they kept moving on. I wrote myself this note before I got on the podcast today. Those are the people that you know, right? The people that you don't know, right? The people that you'll never know are the millions and millions of people who started on the journey, experienced failure, and quit. And oftentimes, a lot of these people were probably this close to getting success. And love them, hate them, I don't care. But you take Elon Musk, for example. I was watching a TV show on him, and apparently at one point in his career, he was within 24 hours of going bankrupt. And that one deal at the 11th hour ended up saving him. But you don't know how close you are to success. And never misunderstand failure. Failure is going to be your greatest teacher. So, again, I say it all the time. We either win or we learn. I look at this podcast. This podcast to me is interesting. For those of you who know me or you don't know me, I've spent 79 weeks in a row writing this podcast, different guests, interviewing people, going along. I've had shorts that have had over 30,000 views, and I've had shorts that have had 33 views. I've had this podcast where I've had hundreds and hundreds of views, and I've had ones where I had 20 views. Like, if I took every time that I get a 20 view podcast and said, this just ain't working. And I have people, that I value, people that are around me, like, well, Bob, the podcast is great, but it doesn't make, lots of money. Yeah, guess what? Like, it just takes that one turn. Like, I just got a congratulations from YouTube that we just got to 850,000 views. You know, to me now, I'm 150,000 away from 1 million. Like, I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep working. You know, look, frankly, if you're doing something right now, like, and it happens to everybody, if you want to quit, go ahead, quit. It's the easiest flipping thing to do. Quit. Yeah. But chances are, if you're in finances or a relationship or your business or in golf, like, you can give up. Crap, man, it's the easiest thing to damn do. Give up. But know this, you aren't learning and you're not growing. Real growth occurs when you get knocked on your ass. That's when real growth occurs. Yeah, other than that, folks, you know what? If you think life's going to be easy, yeah, maybe you will win the lottery. But guess what? People that win the lottery, you ever see the numbers on those people? Most of those people blow all the money, right? It takes, to be truly successful, you need to learn from your mistakes. You need to be disciplined. You know, you can't, you know, like, I work out pretty much 7 days a week for the past 30 years. You got to be pretty disciplined to do that. This podcast, you know, some days I'm thrilled with the podcast I write, and some days I'm not. But you know what? I get it done. And everything I tell you, whether I think it's you know, my A game or just thoughts in my head, comes from a place of love and confidence that I'm telling you, folks. If you want to succeed, this is what you got to do. So again, failure, it's your greatest teacher. It's absolutely necessary. You need it. Okay? Learn from it and understand it. And more than understand it, know it. All right? Believe it. Anyway, folks, if you like what we're doing, smash that subscribe button. Right, I love the breakfast ball in the comment section. We always do a drawing each week for that Starbucks gift card. Love you watching. Keep going. Keep the faith.
Glass of bourbon, ha ha. My bourbon, ha ha. My bourbon, ha ha. Alcohol. There's no great story ever started with, I'll have a salad.